Hey, and welcome to this lesson on the fundamental theorem of algebra. The student objectives are to define and apply the fundamental theorem of algebra. Central question: what is the fundamental theorem of algebra, and what does it tell me about a polynomial function? Common Core standards: understand the relationship between zeros and factors of polynomials to make generalizations about functions and their graphs, and to use polynomial identities to solve problems. The fundamental theorem of algebra states that every polynomial can be factored. And not only can it be factored, but it gets a little more specific. Every polynomial with the nth degree has exactly n factors, and that's very important. So, for example, a quadratic function has degree of 2. So, therefore, it has exactly 2 factors, or 2 x-intercepts, or 2 zeros, or 2 roots. Okay? Using complex numbers and including multiplicity makes this possible. We've seen that with quadratic equations, sometimes the roots aren't real. They are complex or imaginary numbers. And sometimes we've also seen that there is multiplicity, which means that there's 2 of the same factor or roots, like x plus 2 times x plus 2 for 2 factors of a quadratic function. Alright, fundamental theorem of algebra. A polynomial, I'm not going to say that, but that long polynomial right there, it's kind of just a generic polynomial, but pretty much with degree n, and the n has to be at least 1, that's what that's saying right there. So a polynomial with degree n, at least 1, and with coefficients that may be real or complex, so they can be anything, must have a factor of the form x minus r. So this is where it says every polynomial can be factored, and that r can be either real or complex. And we've been through that, where we have to factor polynomials to get a certain factor of x minus r, and then we set that x minus r equal to 0, and we see that x equals r, where r is our root. Here's a quick example of something that you might see. Directions might say use the fundamental theorem of algebra to determine how many possible roots or possible zeros or possible factors there are in this polynomial function. It looks very confusing, long name, but the only thing you're going to look at is this term right here, the first term. As long as the powers are in descending order, you're going to look at this term and you're going to look at the exponent. That is your degree. That's the degree of the polynomial. So if degree is 6, then the fundamental theorem of algebra tells us that there are 6 roots to, or zeros or factors, either one, zeros, factors, to this polynomial. For your homework, you're going to state the number of factors for each function. So again, you have 8 of them. It may seem like a lot of work, but remember that all you're doing is you're looking at that first term, you're finding the degree, and then you're going to remember that the fundamental theorem of algebra tells us that whatever the degree is, that's how many factors there are for that polynomial equation. Okay? Go ahead, try this out. If you need help, reach out to me, BBIM, email, phone, whatever is easiest for you. My contact information is on the Moodle page for this course. If you can't get a hold of me or I'm busy, just go to the Math Cafe. It's open from 9 to 3 every day with a math teacher in there that's willing to help you with your assignments. I am in there Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 11 a.m. Go ahead and give this homework a shot, and we'll see you later.